gingerbread house. So let's see how this goes.
Awesome. Okay, how about you, Lenny?
Hi, I'm Lenny. I am a second-year applied math and CS major, and this is also my second time building a gingerbread house.
Wonderful. And then now Megan and Kevin. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Megan. I'm a second-year CS major, and this is my first time building a gingerbread house.
Hi, I'm a second year engineer, and that's also my first time building a gingerbread house.
Wonderful. All right. So while you guys get your things unwrapped, I can ask the first question. Hopefully you guys can get it correct to get a help. So what I'm going to do is ask one question to one person, and we'll just go around in a circle. So each person will get a different question. So our first victim will be Amy. Well, let me ask you the first question. So there will be 4 answer choices, A through D, and only one of them will be correct. So you have about a 25% chance to get a help. Otherwise, you'll probably get a hindrance. Okay, so first question is, UCLA is the blank UC campus by land area. Our first answer choice is largest, B is second largest, C is second smallest, and D is smallest.
Smallest?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is the second smallest. So we will give you a hindrance. So I will give 2 options to the audience, and the audience can choose which one to do. So the 2 hindrances I'm going to give you is that you must use the microwave for some part of the decorating process. And the second hindrance is that you must apply all of your candies upside down or backwards. Like all of your candies that you put onto the gingerbread house.
There's no backwards.
So it's up for you to decide what that means.
Come on, audience, choose backwards.
So audience on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can put your responses in the chat. Okay, so I'm seeing a bit of responses for microwave, I think. Okay, lots of microwaves. Ooh, okay. We're getting some more for upside downs.
Come on, guys. I believe in you. Please help me.
Okay, I'll give you guys 1 more minute to vote. Okay, so I think that our overwhelming answer is microwave, unfortunately. We did have one creative answer, which was an upside down microwave. I don't know how safe that would be, but you will, for some part of this process, you must use a microwave.
Okay.
All right, now I will do the next trivia question for our next contestant, which will be Lenny. So your question is, which movie was not filmed at UCLA? A, Legally Blonde, B, The Graduate, C, Erin Brockovich, and D, The Social Network.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess B.
The Graduate?
Yeah.
Fortunately, it is D. The Social Network was not filmed at UCLA. So you will also get 2 hindrances. Let's see. I will give you 2 different ones. So the first one is you cannot use a knife for any part of the process. Well, I'm not sure if you're already using one or not, but and then option 2 is you must apply the frosting with your fingers. So those are your 2 options. So what we're gonna do on the Facebook side at least is we're gonna have our moderator send 2 messages, and you guys are gonna react to whichever one you guys wanna vote for. These are difficult questions, which is why it's supposed to be spicy. And on the YouTube side, you guys can also just send it in the chat which one you would prefer for Lenny to have. As a reminder, the 2 options are you cannot use a knife, and the second option is you must apply the frosting with your fingers. I'll give you guys about a minute to vote.
I can't even. Oh my gosh.
All right, for the rest of the contestants, how are you guys doing so far?
Is it okay if I go get a plate?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be back.
As long as you microwave the plate.
Wait, I can't even figure out how to take off the cap for this.
Okay, wait.
Of course.
5.
Maybe just like.
I have no idea what we're doing. Wait.
Beautiful. Okay. So it looks like so far we have the vote for frosting on fingers. So it looks like, Lenny, your task will be to apply frosting only with your fingers.
Do it again?
Okay.
I'm sorry, the audience is voted.
Thank you, audience.
All right. So now for Megan and Kevin.
Guys, we just broke our freaking.
You guys already got a hindrance for yourself.
It's fine. Okay. Question. Give us our question.
Okay, question. Okay. Which musician was not a UCLA student? A. Jim Morrison. B. John Williams. C. Paul McCartney. D. Kamasi Washington.
Paul McCartney was at UCLA? There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way, right?
Is it Paul McCartney?
That is correct. It is Paul McCartney.
Beatles.
Great job. So you guys get to choose from 2 helps. So your first help is you may use a cup of any material. So it can be like a plastic cup, like a ceramic one. It's up to you what you have in your place. The second one is you may use a chopstick or skewer or toothpick. Up to you guys to decide.
Wait, so we can decide which one we want to do?
So once the audience picks between those 2 options, you guys get to choose like for that one. Yeah.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
Let's fix this first.
Can't tell.
Yeah, okay. I'm so...
Alright, so our moderator will send that in Facebook.
You know what? I'll work on this one
Okay,
first.
yeah, we're gonna tell.
And then on the YouTube side, you guys can also send your responses into the chat. We'll tally them up.
Okay, cool.
Can we use duct tape?
Yeah, can we use duct tape? Will this work?
Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess we can just do that.
This is butter, no?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm...
Just gonna do it by hand.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not like...
How long does it hold it?
I don't know. It instructions. They don't say how long to hold it. I'm pretty sure like a couple minutes.
So I'm just gonna hold this house for like.
Dude, we're gonna fail the roof tomorrow. I already know it.
Science just roasting me right
Yeah,
now.
I'm so sorry. Nah.
Okay, so this was a pretty close one, but so far it seems like the cups one is your chosen benefit. So you can use a cup of any type, plastic, paper.
In our
Yeah, in our
Up to you.
house or what?
Yeah, just like whatever one you can find.
oh, so we put it in the middle so it just doesn't
Oh, so it doesn't
fall
fall over? Smart. Hey, that works.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a cup.
Okay. I'm gonna keep holding this.
To be honest, breaking that gingerbread house is my fault.
Really?
Yeah, I was the one who broke it.
You sure?
Broke it. Yeah.
Does this fit?
Oh wait, you did it.
It's like really unstable.
Wait, we have a cup. I don't know.
Wait, wait, wait.
This is very unstable. It doesn't even fit, dude.
It's jumping. Wait, is it too narrow?
Okay.
It's too narrow.
It's all the way down. Where? Okay, does this work? Kind of? Okay, cool.
Can you put more icing on this?
Yeah. Icing? Like in the middle?
Like on the sides, so we can see what's left.
Hmm.
And you're getting good at this.
No. Practice makes perfect, you know what I'm saying?
No, the middle's breaking again.
Should I just put it on the middle? Watch us run out of frosting.
I think it's fine. You can like sacrifice gingerbread man here and put him over the middle.
Wait, are you sure?
If it falls again, then we can do it. Okay. Grab the sides. Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Will that work?
I don't know. That's fine.
Okay, we have the base. We have the base.
Or they Amy's putting on the roof already.
Whoa, everyone's doing it so fast.
I feel like the cheese fountain guy. If you guys know who that is.
Oh.
We're crossing the road.
Letty, you're doing wonderful.
It was Lenny's disadvantage to like use her finger to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And why do I feel like that's like more efficient? It, like holds it better. He like
It's working.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, you guys have 15 minutes left. So we're at
Oh,
the halfway
what?
point. Yeah, it's going by pretty quickly.
wait.
That was really. That is unfortunate.
I still need to use my microwave.
And then at the 30-minute mark, you guys will be done decorating, and then we'll send
Okay,
pictures
to be fast.
to the chats and have them vote on which one is their favorite gingerbread house.
Oh my god, this is
take
not
a-
gonna hold.
For now, I'm gonna ask another trivia question for you guys. So we're gonna go back to Amy. So your question is gonna be, how many steps are there on the Jan staircase? So A is 60, B is 75, C is 87, and D is 101.
87?
That is correct, 87.
Oh my god!
Great job. So you get to have a help. So your two help options will be, the first one is, you may use tape of any kind. And then 4 is, you can use dental floss. So it's up to you,
What is
chat,
the
to decide
audience?
what
Okay.
you get.
Guys, choose the tape, please.
The floss is cool, guys.
What does dental floss do?
Oh,
Exactly.
I don't know. It's up to, your creative minds, what you can come up with.
Oh, it's this really website.
Let's see. I don't know what your thought is.
Just use it. I'm going to try.
Huh?
Nothing.
What'd you say? You're not going to joke.
I was
Oh
gonna
my God, I
say
just
something,
realized.
but
It's
I'm
really... Just really...
So I've gotten a request to do some play-by-play commentary. I'll try my best, but I don't really know what to say here. I mean, it looks like Megan and Kevin are putting on some chimneys for... What is that?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm gonna go microwave my candies, so I will be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go wipe my hands real quick.
Anyways,
And then the two options for Amy is, first one is using tape of any kind, and the second one is dental floss. And those will be sent into
Let's see.
the live streams very quickly.
thank goodness whoever chose cups,
Yeah.
because our sides are falling, but the cups are stable. Or the cup is.
Nice. Alright, and then while we wait for the audience to vote, just to let you guys know, this is a fundraiser for Khan Academy. This has kind of become like a quarterly tradition at this point. So Khan Academy is a really great resource. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it or at least used it before. But basically, Khan Academy is a nonprofit with a mission to provide a free world-class education for anyone everywhere. And so the main reason we chose Khan Academy is that currently now in quarantine with coronavirus, a lot of schools have been closed down, like pretty much everywhere. And so the demand for Khan Academy has spiked really high. And so in order to keep their website up and running and to maintain their content, they would really appreciate donations, which is why if you can donate anything, any amount of any kind would be really greatly appreciated. And you'll be able to find the links in the YouTube description and in the chat for Facebook.
And
So far it looks like that people voted for tape for Amy.
Yay!
You get to use tape of any kind. You can use like regular Scotch tape.
we don't need
I guess if you have like electric tape or duct tape, it's up to you.
Wait, do I have to use tape? Like, can I just choose
You don't
not
have
to?
to. Yeah,
Okay.
you have the option. All right, awesome. So then I'll ask another trivia question for Megan and Kevin.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So your question is, at what school did John Wooden get his master's degree in education? A, Purdue, B, USC, C, Indiana State, and D, UCLA.
Wait, wouldn't it be UCLA? Like, why does he know that UCLA
It's just a
then?
coach.
Oh.
Mastering coach.
UCLA?
Do you
I-
remember from Brew Class?
I don't remember Brewing Fest, no. You choose.
No, you choose.
You choose. I'm back.
25% chance.
So that means one of the answers are
What
correct.
can we roll out? Purdue? No one cares about Purdue.
No, it's UCLA or USC.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Let's just go with UCLA. School spirit.
UCLA, unfortunately, that is incorrect. It's actually Indiana State.
Oh, right.
Okay, so you guys get a hindrance. All right, so your two hindrances are, since you guys are a team, you can only use one hand per person. And the second one is you cannot use your thumbs. So you just kind of have to work like that.
Oh.
What is this?
So up to the audience to choose. The two options are, first one, only one hand per person. And the second one is no thumbs allowed.
That's so hard.
They're both very
hard.
I feel like one hand is okay because we can just like.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it.
Also, Amy, how are those microwave candies working out?
They look like goo.
Beautiful.
It's fine.
You think that's probably okay?
Yeah. Wait, I don't. Oh, on top here? Oh, smart. Let's do it.
Wow, microwave candy. These are so nice.
Yeah, what the hell?
Her gingerbread house is so nice.
Amy, is this going on YouTube?
If I beat you.
So it's not then? That's what you're saying?
Oh, excuse me?
We're competing against two professional
Wait,
chefs.
I think that's okay. And this one too.
Oh.
And this one too. Thanks.
Maybe. Or. Am I just continue doing this? Yeah, take it out.
Okay, so it's currently, I think it's tied right now, 6-6. Let me check YouTube and see if there's anybody putting in any votes there. Wow, we're tied. Oh, just kidding, a vote switched. So they voted in favor of using one hand per person.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wait, we're holding it together right now.
Okay, I'll use right. Are you using left? And I'll use right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you left-handed? You're not.
Wait, no,
Well, I
you
can't use
your
right.
hand.
Okay. Hey, do you want to do this? I'm so bad at this.
So bad.
Compare my rooftop design
No, wait, I'm holding it.
with Amy's, and it's just like. Oh,
It's falling off on you. It's
Wait, mine's falling.
same.
falling down.
Lenny, how did you do yours so nicely?
I don't know. I'm very slow because the fingers are not easy to operate.
Wait, where'd you buy your kit?
Wait, mine? I got mine at Ralph's.
Oh. What's it called?
This is.
I like the rainbow decoration then.
Thank you.
Spicy.
It was free. It came in a package, so
Very
it's
nice.
none of mine.
We're just holding it like this.
Yeah, but like we can't.
This is very difficult with my fingers.
Okay, and you want me to cross
Yeah,
it?
cross the other side.
Okay, and we have allotted an extra 10 minutes for you guys, just so you guys aren't super duper rushed. And that also gives us, well, you guys will get 5 extra minutes of like building time, 5 or so. And then like the last 5 minutes we can just use to have you guys like present yours, give a case for why you believe your gingerbread house is the best one, and we can have the audience vote. Oh my god!
Wait, look! Just cut that out. Just cut that out. Not supposed to... Okay. Pain. Okay.
Oh god.
I can't breathe. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, let's fix.
One hand each though.
Yeah.
How do we do this?
One Kevin. You're doing crazy.
God.
Yeah, you guys have 5 extra minutes to create your houses. You guys got this.
How much time do we have left?
5.
5 plus 3, so 8.
Okay.
A little bit of math there.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my god, it's so hard using one hand.
Yeah.
Who thought of this? Tina? Okay, should I just like frost
Yeah.
the
Let's frost it.
frost it?
But I feel like no thumbs would be like exponentially worse, right? Because I feel you can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to like.
But then you can still
Mhm.
together better with 2 hands.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more trivia question. This is the last one.
decided just
Can we have, like-
screw this part. This part.
Okay, so the first question is going to be for Amy. So, Amy, what was the first residence hall built on the hill? A is Reber Hall, B is Dykstra Hall, C is Sproul Hall, and D is Hedrick Hall.
Isn't it Dykstra?
It is Dykstra.
I was
Yes.
in Dykstra last year. Let's go.
Like,
Very nice.
Guess this is
Okay, so your two options are you may choose a help that another builder has had before. So I believe the only other help that another group has gotten is using a cup. So that would be your help that you can receive. And then the second option is you may stop one of your hindrances. So your two hindrances were using the microwave, which you already did, and putting all the candies upside down. So I guess it really wouldn't affect you that much. But those are your two options. The first one is choosing a help that another builder has, and the second option is you may stop one of your current hindrances.
Should I just right?
Start the top?
Should we stick to the truth?
Exactly.
It's my left hand. I can't. Wait, will you guide it and I'll squeeze it? Wait. Tell me when to squeeze.
Just squeeze. I don't care. Actually, I could squeeze and guide at the same time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just awesome.
This is better. It's better.
Wow, teamwork makes the dream
Wow.
work.
Oh, God.
Okay. That's not bad.
It's not that bad.
Wait, where are we supposed to put our gingerbread again?
Um,
Don't we have a clap? Right here. Should we make them have a hat?
Alright, so while we wait for the audience to vote, we're gonna ask another trivia question to Lenny. So your question is, how old was John Wooden when he died of natural causes in 2010? A is 100, B is 99, C is 88, and D is 79.
okay, I can't use this one.
I'm gonna guess 99.
That is correct.
Wow.
Very nice. All right, so your two helps are, we're gonna start like recycling the ones from before. You may use either a chopstick or a skewer or a toothpick, or you may stop one of your hindrances that you currently have, which would be applying the frosting with your fingers, which might be a helpful one.
Yes.
So those are your two options, using a chopstick or a skewer or toothpick, up to Lady to decide. And the second one is you may stop one of your current hindrances.
Wait, could you repeat the first part again?
Yeah, so the first option is you may use a chopstick or a skewer or a toothpick, basically anything that's like a rod kind of. And then your second option is you may stop one of your current hindrances.
Sounds like stop using my fingers would be very nice right now.
So we'll send those out in the chat. Right, and then as for Amy, it looks like it was a pretty tight race, but your voting one is removing a hindrance. So for
I'm
Amy,
not gonna
you
use
get-
these candies.
Yeah, so yeah. Good. And then you guys can currently vote for Lenny's option. And then while you guys vote for Lenny, we're going to ask another trivia question for Megan and Kevin. This one's going to be the last one. So this one's going to be, when did Poly Pavilion host a US presidential debate and who were the competitors? So A is 1988 with Bush versus Dukakis. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering that pronunciation. B is 1960 with Kennedy versus Nixon. C is 1948 with Truman and Dewey. And D is 1858 with Lincoln and Douglas.
I'm gonna guess
Yeah, sure.
Okay, C?
Which is 1948 Truman and Dewey.
Wait,
No.
just 1960?
What?
Like more recent.
What was B?
B was 1960 with Kennedy and Nixon.
I feel like I would know if it was Kennedy and Nixon.
Would you?
Hey! You choose. Oh my gosh.
A?
A?
A, let's just
Okay,
A is correct. 1988 with Bush and Dukakis. Don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but you guys get pretty similar helps. You can either stop one hindrance or you can use tape of any kind.
Wait, can we choose? Oh, wait, no, audience.
It's audience is choosing.
Audience, please let us use both hands. Like, our house is dying right now.
Okay.
And as for Lenny, her choice was removing a hindrance. So they voted in your favor, so you don't have to apply frosting with your fingers anymore.
Yay! Thank you, audience.
Very kind, very kind.
Like, I don't think we should use it.
Okay, never mind, yeah. Just make it red. You want me to-
Oh, I don't know if you saw, but I put a little gingerbread. I put a Santa hat on the
Put
gingerbread.
a Santa hat?
Come here.
Oh wait, that's so cute.
I'm very small.
All right, so we have about like 1 or 2 more minutes left, so make sure to put your final touches on your gingerbread house, and then we'll have the audience vote. And you guys will also present your houses, and you could like give it a whole story if you want.
Okay. Time to BS this.
I swear it's gonna fall down in like the last 30
I'm gonna
seconds.
make a sob story, okay?
Okay. It's falling, it's falling.
Don't show them that.
All my decorations.
Oh, give me a red.
Also, thank you guys all for your donations so far. You guys are amazing. We've already raised $725 for Khan Academy. Thank you all for the recent donations. You guys are very much appreciated.
I'll eat some.
Okay, so it looks like the votes are coming in and people are voting for removing a hindrance.
Yay!
So you guys can use both hands again.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Okay, just leave these red things here and let me talk about it.
Okay, are those words?
All right, so you guys have like a minute left. Wrap up what you have.
Pretty much something about the devil taking over his house, and that's why it got ruined.
On fire.
Yeah, yeah. What else do we do? You want to put thumbs up?
It's gonna spring down the water.
You want one o'clock?
Just putting them.
I'm just doing whatever at this point. I mean, you're the design team member. And what do we have here? Okay.
Okay, let's clean up the presentation and let's clean this stuff up.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you guys 15 seconds.
Should I get it?
And that's about time.
I think so.
So set down what you're working on, and that's your finalized product. So we're gonna go in order that I asked for the trivia question. So Amy, you get to present your house first. You can kind of convey your vision for this gingerbread house and convince the audience why yours is the best one.
Okay guys, welcome to my humble abode. This is my gingerbread house. It has a lot of cute circle candies like on the roof, so when Santa comes to your house, he can just, use the candies as like stepping stones to get to the house. So it's very practical. Oh my god, it's falling apart. And helpful. Oh shoot, the roof is coming off. Okay, and even though I didn't have to use the microwave candies, I use them because diversity and inclusion, so we don't discriminate against any type of candy here. So microwave candies are welcome in my gingerbread house, as you can see. Yeah, this is my finished product and it's kind of falling apart right now, so yes. Oh.
Very wonderful. All right, so that is Amy's house. And next we're gonna move to Lenny. So would you like to show off your house?
All right. This is my house. It has a portrait of a gingerbread man at the front, and it has some colorful gumballs on the roof, plus some random patches of candy because candy is very good. And on the other side, there's more patches of candy, but just a little bit different in design. And you know, it ain't much, but it's honest work. And even though I was only allowed to use my fingers for most of the building process, I think I got more done than I expected. It was very difficult because the frosting was like getting stuck all the time, but it is what it is. And yeah, wait, oh, also here's a tree. Here's a tree. And that is all, I guess. Yeah, like Amy's house, anyone, all candies, all gingerbreads are welcome at this home. And that is all.
Wonderful. Next we're gonna move to Megan and Kevin.
Wait.
Okay, so technically, this is what our house looks like right now. It used to be a perfectly pretty, like perfectly fine gingerbread house. It was very humble. It was very similar to like Amy and Lenny's, right? But then one day, it just burned. It just crashed and burned to the ground. And it turned out that it became like a devil's house because this gingerbread man, he was very happy. You see, he has a Santa hat right there. So he was a very happy guy. And then I guess one of the kids, or like the kids in the community, kind of like tortured him and like bullied him.
Is that you, Kevin?
Yeah, they bullied him, and then so he became a Satanist. And as you can tell, there's red devil horns to show that like the house became a devil's house, I guess, which is why like a lot of misfortune happened. But he's a very happy Satanist right now.
There is a wildfire. He lives in California.
Yeah. That's our house.
Wait,
It's wonderful. Get your votes in on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll decide a final winner in the next minute.
We have like a little design at the top too, but it's very chaotic because once again, it's a Satan's house.
what does that mean?
It's
what
a
house?
Satan, like Satan.
Oh, Satan.
Yeah.
Oh,
He converted to Satanism.
Okay. And his house burned down?
Yeah, because a lot of bad things happened.
Oh, okay.
And then he just decided to convert overall into like a very chaotic house. Oh my god, you know there's a simulator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your votes in on Facebook and YouTube.
There's a
And then
guy.
after this, we'll be wrapping up this segment and moving into the karaoke segment with three of our amazing ACM officers. We have John Dang, Eugene Lowe, and Aaron Martinez. Very exciting. So we'll wait for the votes to come in. All your gingerbread houses look lovely, and thank you all for participating in all the trivia questions.
Thank you. We tried this poor gingerbread man.
But he has a Santa hat. You should vote for the Santa hat.
Yeah, vote for him and his newfound religion. Freedom religion, you guys.
Alright, so it looks like most of the votes are in. So our first place winner is, drumroll please, Amy! First place. Awesome job.
Thanks, guys. I told you
And
I
then-
would win, Kevin.
Very nice. All right, and then we have, this was very, very close for second and third place. Very close. But our second place winner is Lenny. Megan and Kevin, third place. Amazing.
Good job, you guys. That was really
Good job,
good.
everybody.
Good job, everyone.
All right, thank you all for participating. Okay, so now we're going to move into our next segment, the karaoke segment. Super exciting. We're going to be singing a lot of different karaoke. Holiday theme. And as a reminder, we are fundraising for Khan Academy. So the link to donate should be in the pinned as a comment on the Facebook live stream and also in the description of the YouTube live stream. Okay, so now let's have a warm welcome to all of our karaoke people. If you guys would like to turn your cameras on. Hello, everybody. Hello. All right, would you guys like to really quickly introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm John. I'm a third-year computer science major here at UCLA. I'm also the president of ACM AI.
Hello, my name is Eugene. I am a third-year CS major as well, and I am an officer in HAC.
Hi, I'm Arin. I'm a third-year CSE major, and I'm an officer for ACM Cyber.
Wonderful. So we have a very nice set list for you guys today. So go ahead and take it away.
All right, this is Last Christmas by Wham. Hope you enjoy. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't really surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. And now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A crowded room, friends are tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of ice. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on me. I guess I was just a shoulder to cry on, a face of a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. And now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Thank you so much.
Woo! How am I gonna top that? All right. Well, for my first song, I gotta do a classic. You know, what we have grown up with, what our parents love, what our parents love. I am, of course, talking about Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe with you. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Everyone's gathering around the fire, chestnuts roasting like a hot July. I should be chilling with my folks, I know, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. Word on the street, Santa's coming tonight. Reindeer's flying through the sky so high. I should be making a list, I know, but I'ma be under the mistletoe with you. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe with you. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Hey love, the wise men follow the star, the way I follow my heart, and they lead me to a miracle. Hey love, now don't you buy me nothing, 'cause I am feeling one thing. Your lips on my lips, yeah. Well, you've done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and I'm trying to get back. Before the cool down right out, I'll be giving it my bestest, but nothing's gonna stop me from divine intervention. I reckon it'll be my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours, there's no need to complicate. Our time is short, this is our fate. I'm yours, kiss me underneath the mistletoe. Show me, baby, that you love me so. Kiss me underneath the mistletoe. Show me, baby, that you love me so. All right. Thank you.
I think you're muted on the other one. All right, thank you so much, John and Eugene. Also, Eugene has a YouTube channel, so check him out.
Oh, I just realized I was muted. Okay, hi guys. My name's Arin, and I'm going to be singing "The Greatest Time of Year" by Ali and AJ. It's a total classic if you guys watched a lot of Disney Channel growing up. So, yeah, let me just get it up. It's the greatest time of year, and it's here. Help me celebrate it, and everybody here. Friends so dear, let me simply state it's our favorite way to spend the holiday. Yeah. There's a special kind of feeling in the air. It only happens once this time of year, and everyone is filled with a lot of cheer, and that's what matters. Pretty paper boxes tied with bows, walking in the sun or in the snow. We can feel the excitement glowing, knowing it's the greatest time of year, and it's here. Help me celebrate it, and everybody here. Friends so dear, let me simply state it. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Lift up your hearts and feel the love. It's our favorite way to spend the holiday. Yeah. We can get all cozy by the fire, turn the music up a little higher. I don't think that I could ever tire of being together. Decorate the tree, hang mistletoe, and sit by me. It's a picture perfect moment, capture memories that we'll have after the greatest time of year. And it's here, help me celebrate it, and everybody here. Friends so dear, let me simply state it. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Lift up your hearts and feel the love. It's our favorite way to spend the holiday. Yeah. Spend the holiday, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. It's the greatest time to celebrate. Now it's our favorite time. It's the greatest time of year, and it's here. Help me celebrate it, and everybody here. Friends so dear, let me simply state it. Joy to the world, joy to the world, joy to the world. It's the greatest time of year. It's the greatest time of year, and it's here. Help me celebrate it, and everybody here. Friends so dear, let me simply state it. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Lift up your hearts and feel the love. It's our favorite way to spend the holiday. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, I'm next in the rotation, right? I actually don't remember the order. Okay, cool. All right, so unlike our other performers, I did not prepare more than one Christmas song, so this is just some other random song, because running out of time, but hope you enjoyed anyways. This is Wonder by Shawn Mendes.
I wonder if I'm being real. Do I speak my truth or do I filter how I feel? I wonder, wouldn't it be nice to live inside a world that isn't black and white? I wonder what it's like to be my friends. Hope that they don't think I'll forget about them. I wonder. Right before I close my eyes, the only thing that's on my mind, been dreaming that you feel it too. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. Yeah, I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. Why am I so afraid of saying something wrong and never said I was a saint? I wonder. When I cry into my hands, I'm conditioned to feel like it makes me less of a man. And I wonder if someday you'll be by my side and tell me that the world will end up alright. I wonder, right before I close my eyes, the only thing that's on my mind, been dreaming that you feel it too. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. Yeah, I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. Yeah, I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like to be loved by you. Thank you so much.
My heart. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna take it back to Christmas. This one's gonna be a little slower song. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This one's by Sam Smith. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are in the olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. And have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Thank you.
Woo! That was really good. Okay, I just want to make sure my settings are all right. Okay, hello again, everyone. My last song is going to be Baby Please Come Home. It's originally by Darlene Love, but if you can hear the karaoke track, you can probably tell it's the Mariah Carey version. But I will do my best. Mariah Carey is very talented. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, lots of people around. Baby, please come home. The church bells in town are ringing in song, full of happy sounds. Baby, please come home. They're singing Deck the Halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun that we had last year. Pretty lights on the tree, I'm watching them shine. You should be here with me. Baby, please come home. They're singing Deck the Halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun that we had last year. If there was a way I could hold back the tears, but it's Christmas Day. Please, 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 baby, please come home. Yeah. Ooh. Baby, please come home. Oh, 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 ooh, yeah. Baby, please come home. Thank you.
All right, I think it's me up. Back to guitar. All right. Okay. Another non-Christmas song, unfortunately. But hope you enjoy it anyways. This is Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar high. Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening. Baby, you're the end of June. I want your belly and that summer feeling, getting washed away in you. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar high. tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want your belly and that summer feeling. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Okay. So thanks to everyone who's stuck with us so far. This is our last song, I think. So it's a bonus round. I'm going to be doing there's a good reason why I did this as my last song. I'm going to be doing All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. I will be attempting to do it on the original key. I've not listened to this song since last Christmas, so I will have the lyrics up. And I'm sorry if I butcher your favorite Christmas song, but let's try this. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Ooh, all I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with the toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I just wanna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I'll just make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic things, 'cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You, baby, oh, the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me quickly? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. 'Cause I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas, oh God, is you. Christmas is you, baby. Christmas is you, baby.
Let's go, Eugene.
That was amazing. I just kind of wish you sang the Toad version, but you know that works. I think you could hurt your voice even more. But
Told
amazing,
your boys are
amazing. All right, so that was it for the karaoke segment. Thank you guys so much. We're going to move into the break section, so we will resume at 3:30 p.m., which is in about 17 minutes. And after the break, we will be doing the family food segment. And then after that, the holiday stories with our professors. So thank you all again for coming. Take a break for the next 17 minutes, and we'll see you guys afterwards. Bye, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. We'll be going into our Family Feud segment. So we will have two teams. The first team is Psi Beta Bros with Arin Martinez, Disha Zambani, Ellie Chang, and Henry Chang. And then our second team is F2020 with Ashley Kim, Julia Balon, Matthew Wang, and Nikhil Selvan. So welcome everybody to the Family Feud segment of our ACM holiday live stream. All right, so as you know, this live stream is a fundraiser for Khan Academy, and the links are all in the descriptions of the YouTube live stream and at a commented, pinned comment on the Facebook live stream. So be sure to check that out, and thank you all for your donation so far. So without further ado, let's get into our Family Feud segment. All right. So we have the Psi Beta Bros on the left side, F2020 on the right side, and we're gonna go toe-to-toe. There will be 5 rounds total. First four rounds will be normal, and then the 5th round will be a bonus round where the points will be doubled. All right, is everyone ready to get started? Good, awesome. So first up, we will have Ashley Kim and Aaron Martinez go toe-to-toe for the first question. There will be 10 seconds for you to answer. Buzz in first on Zoom. And then once you are the first to buzz in, I will call on you and you will give your answer. Okay, then let's get started with round 1. All right, so we have our top 6 answers on the board. You will have 10 seconds to answer. The question is, name a popular holiday tradition. Okay, so it looks like we have Ashley first. So Ashley, go ahead and give your answer.
One popular holiday tradition is getting the tree, Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, let's see. That is the first answer on the board. Awesome. So would your team like to play or pass?
I can play.
All right, so they're gonna play. So next it will go to Julia. So Julia, what is your answer?
I'm gonna say putting up lights. Hopefully that's not too similar as decorating a tree, but I'm gonna say putting up lights.
Putting up lights, all right. Unfortunately, that is
Yikes.
very similar to decorating a tree, so that is 1 strike for your team.
Sorry, guys.
All right, and then it's next to Matthew. You only have 1 strike, you still have 2 tries. What is your guess?
This is a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go gift giving.
Gift giving, okay. Gift giving, and let us see over here. It is a number 2 answer. Nice, very nice. Okay, next we are going to Nikhil. So what do you think is a popular holiday tradition?
I'm gonna say family dinner.
A family dinner. Okay, very wholesome. Very nice. Let's see if it's an answer on the board. Unfortunately, no. Not many people believe. Out of the 100 UCLA students we surveyed, none of them thought that hanging out with a fam was a, holiday tradition. All right, so you still have 1 strike left. Otherwise, it will go to the other team and they can steal. So it's up to you, Ashley. What is your answer?
Stockings.
Stockings. Let's take a look at the board, and unfortunately, no, stockings is not an answer. All right, so now it is off to the Psi Beta Bros. You guys can steal. So you guys can confer with each other and give me your final answer. So Arin, you will give me your team's answer. If it's on the board, your team will steal all the points.
All right, so we're gonna say baking cookies.
Baking cookies. Okay. Let's see if it's on the board. And unfortunately, no, it's not. So that means that the F2020 will get the points for this round. So I'll add your points on here, and we'll take a look at the other answers on the board. right, so number 6. We have kissing under mistletoe. Number 5, we have building gingerbread houses, which, we did in the first segment over here. Number 4 was eggnog. And number 3 was caroling. So those are our answers. Oh, and it looks like I accidentally give it to, oopsies, back to scores. Let me reset this. Just scores. Just kidding, I gave it to the wrong team. 0 and 61. We're all good. Cool. There we go. All right, starting round 2. So now we have Julia versus Disha. So you guys are up to the board. All right, so we surveyed 100 UCLA students, and this was the question. It loads. Name a UCLA computer science professor. So it looks like Disha was first. So Disha, you have 10 seconds.
Paul Eggert.
Paul Eggert. Let's take a look at the board. It is number 2. Great job. All right, and that means that Julia, you have a chance to play or pass if you get number 1 response. So what is your answer?
I'm gonna go with good old Professor Smallberg.
Professor Smallberg, let's take a look. And yes, that is the number 1 answer. So did you want to play or pass for your team?
Yeah, let's play.
You're gonna play? All right, cool. All right, so that means that F2020, you guys are gonna play. So it's going to go to Matthew next. So what is your answer for a UCLA computer science professor?
Gotta go with my CS33 legend, Glenn Reinman.
Reinman, okay. Let's take a look at the board. And it is the number 4 answer, Reinman. Very nice. All right, you guys still have no strikes. You're still going strong. 2 more answers up on the board. So next we go to Nikhil. What is your answer?
Easy money. Carrie Nachenberg all the way.
Carrie Nachenberg. Let's take a look at the board and yes, he is the number 3rd answer. Very nice, very nice. You guys are still going super strong. You guys still have 3 strikes left, 1 more answer. And it is off to you, Ashley.
How much time do you have to think? I'm just gonna say
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. Nowatzki is my CS33 professor.
Nowatzki. Let's take a look. And no, unfortunately, he's not one of the answers. All right, so then it goes to you, Julia. What is your answer?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the live stream theme here. Is it Paulsberg?
I'm gonna look at Paulsberg. And yes, he is a number 5th answer. You guys cleared the board. Very nice. Okay, so then these are for F2020. We all get the points for this round, 109 points. Very nice. All right, next round. So we still have 3 rounds left. Remember that the last round is a bonus round where you have 2 times the points. So you guys still have a chance. Sorry, Beta Bros. Hang in there. All right, so next up to the stand, we have Matthew and Ellie. So the question is, name one of UCLA's buildings. Okay, so we have Matthew who buzzed in first. So what is your answer?
You gotta go with the Pit of Despair, Bolter Hall.
Bolter Hall. All right, let's take a look at the board. Yes, it is the number 1 choice. All right, would you like to play or pass?
You know what? I believe in our team. Let's play.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so then he passes it off to Nikhil. So would you like to give your answer?
I'll go with the little brother, math sciences.
Math and sciences. All right, let's take a look. All right, so unfortunately, it's not an answer. It's okay, you guys still have 2 strikes left. Okay, Up next, we have Ashley. What is your answer?
Royce Hall.
Royce Hall. Let's take a look. And yes, it is the second answer choice up on the board. Very nice. Cool. All right. Let's see. We still have 4 more. You guys have 2 strikes. I believe in you guys. All right. And then next up, we have Julia.
I'm going to go Powell.
Powell Library. Let's see. And yes, it is the 4th answer up on the board. Great. Okay, 3 more, 2 strikes. Let's go with Matthew.
Okay, this one's going to be tough. I'm going to go with Engineering 6.
Engineering 6, okay. Let's take a look at the board. Unfortunately, no, it is not up there. Okay, you guys have 1 strike left. And 3 answers up on the board. Nikhil, it comes down to you.
Yeah, this is really hard. Okay.
You got 10 seconds.
I'm gonna go with Bunch Hall.
Bunch Hall. Okay. Let's see what the survey said. Unfortunately, no. Survey did not agree with you over here. I am sorry. All right, let's go on to the other team. They have a chance to steal the Cybrator Bros. What is your answer?
I'm going, right? We're gonna go with Poly Pavilion.
Poly Pavilion. See if the survey agrees with you. And yes, it is an answer choice up on the board. Very nice. All right, so then you guys get the points for this round. And let's take a look at the rest of the answers. So number 5 up on the board, it's Kirchhoff Hall. All right, and then number 3, Engineering 4. So Matt, you were super duper close, but it was 4, unfortunately.
Engineering 4 is the worst one. It's the worst one.
I mean,
Literally.
yeah.
What?
Survey says what they say. All right, we're gonna go into our next round. This is our 4th round, and we still have 2 rounds to go. So up now we have Nikhil and Henry. You guys will be up to the podium. All right, you guys ready? Okay. So our question is, name a programming language. All right, so Nikhil beeped in first. What is your answer?
C++ has to be. There is only one right answer.
All right, so you go with C++. Let's see what we have. And yes, it is the number 1 answer up on the board. So would you like to pass or play?
Play.
You're gonna play? All right, let's do it. Okay, so now it's up to Ashley. What is your answer?
Python?
Python. Just gonna go with Python. All right, let's take a look. And yes, survey agreed with you. It was 2nd on the list. Very nice. Okay, now we go back to Julia. What is your answer?
Okay. I'm gonna go C.
C. Okay. Let's take a look at the board.
Okay. Cool.
And yes, it is an answer up on the list. Very nice. Okay, so you guys still are going super strong. You got 3 strikes left, 2 answers up on the board. All right, next we have Matt.
I don't know if I want to sewer Nikhil because I think the last one's going to be tough. I'm going to go with Java.
You're going to go with Java? Okay. Let's take a look at if the survey agreed with you. And yes, they did. It was the 3rd answer in the survey. Awesome. Okay, now you just got 1 more answer. Nikhil, it's up to you. You got 3 strikes. You're still okay if you miss this one.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. I think I will go with JavaScript. I was hoping that'd be number 3 actually, but looks like it's not.
Okay, you're gonna go with JavaScript. Let's see if the survey agreed with you. And unfortunately, no, they did not agree with you. JavaScript was not one of the programming languages they put on the survey. It's okay, you guys still have 2 more chances. It's back to you, Ashley.
I think HTML, CSS, does that count? Is that under JavaScript, or is it like, would it be under JavaScript, or is it considered a different language?
I think I'm going to consider it a different language.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, no, the survey does not agree with you. All right, so we did survey 100 UCLA computer science students, and we just have one more answer up on the board and one more strike. So get inside their minds, think about what they, yeah. So Julie, it's up to you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Otherwise, the other team could steal.
Wait, so we're doing like nothing related to JavaScript whatsoever anymore. So like, I thought it was that. I thought that was. I was
All
like,
right, you got 10
convinced I'd see
seconds.
it. Okay. Oh shoot. I'm like blanking. C#?
C#. Okay, let's take a look. Unfortunately, no, the survey does not agree with you. It's okay. All right, let's take a look at the other team, see if they came up with an answer.
Is
So,
it
Cyber Bros.
O Camel?
Oh, camel. Okay, so that's your guess. All right, let's take a look at the board, and unfortunately, no, it's not what the survey agreed upon. So these points will be going to F2020. All right, great job. And then let's look at what number 5 was on the survey. And it was Lisp.
Was Eggert 3 out of 100 of the people?
Why? Languages?
I mean, maybe some people are in,
161.
61. Oh, 161.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, but that's okay. F2020, you guys got the points for this round. And Psi Beta Bros, you guys still have a chance for a comeback because we have one more round, and this one's going to be a bonus round with 2 times the points. So a comeback is still definitely possible. All right, let's head into our next round then. Yes, so this is the double round. All right, so we have 7 answers up on the board, and we have Ashley and Arin going at it. So you guys will be able to buzz in if you guys have an answer. All right, let's take a look at the question. Name one gift you should never get someone for Christmas. All right, so we have Ashley buzzing in first. What is your answer?
One gift that you shouldn't get for Christmas. I would say, okay, this is really weird. I was gonna say toilet paper.
Toilet paper, okay, that is your guess. Let's see if the survey agreed with you. And unfortunately, no, toilet paper was not one of their not desired gifts. Okay, so then we're gonna go to Arin. What is your guess?
So I'm gonna say coal.
Coal, okay. Let's see if survey agreed with you. And yes, it was a number 1 answer, coal. You know, Santa and all, I guess so. All right, so did you guys want to play or pass?
We're gonna play.
You're gonna play? All right, cool. Okay, so we still have 6 answers up on the board. Remember, these are double points, so your team still has a solid chance at bringing it back. All right, so next we're gonna go to Disha. What is your answer?
Like a used gift?
A used gift. All right, let's see if they agree with you over here. Unfortunately, no. A used gift was not in the survey. Okay. You guys still have a chance. 2 strikes left. Let's see if Ellie, you have an answer.
How about the socks?
Socks. Okay. Let's see if they agree with you over here. And yes, socks was the number 2 answer choice. Socks/underwear. Awesome. Okay. 5 answers left up on the board, 2 strikes. And now it's off to Henry. what do you think is something you would never want to get or one gift you don't want to give someone else for Christmas?
I'm gonna say leftover food.
Leftover food. Okay, let's see if they agree with you. Unfortunately, no. I guess some people prefer leftovers during the holidays. Okay, 1 strike left, 5 answers up on the board. If you guys don't get this correct, the other team could steal, but if they can't get an answer up on the board, then you will keep the points for this round. And you guys have the top 2 answers from this round. So those are some pretty big points up there. Okay, so now it's back to Arin. What is one gift you should never get someone for Christmas?
I'm gonna say poop. Oh.
So like, do you just like wrap the poop into a box? I'm not gonna think about that. That's okay.
Yes.
I mean, I agree. I would never want to gift someone poop. But let's see if the survey agree with you over here. And unfortunately, no. Survey did not agree with you over here. Okay, so the other team has a good chance of stealing. There's still 5 questions up on the board. So it's back to you guys, F2020. What is your answer?
After some group consensus, I think we're gonna go with ugly sweater or a sweater.
Ugly sweater. Okay. Let's take a look. And unfortunately, no, it is not one of the options. That is a holiday tradition, wearing an ugly sweater, but not one of the ones they've selected. Okay, so let's take a look at the survey then. I bet you guys are dying to see what UCLA people don't want to be gifted. Number 7 is a child or positive pregnancy test. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want okay, I'm not gonna comment on that. Number 6, last year's calendar. Okay, pretty practical, yeah. Number 5 is a pet. All right, don't want to give someone a pet that they can't take care of. Number 4, diet or exercise gear. Don't want to give the wrong impression. And number 3 was breath mint or freshener. So those are the 5 responses that you guys weren't able to find. But let's total up these points and see who is the final winner. So these points do go to Psi Beta Bros because the other team was not able to steal. So let's see if your points add up to enough. All right, so let's go back to our scores for the final reveal. And F2020 wins. It was a pretty close game, 217 to 261, but in the end, F2020 came in clutch. All right, thank you guys for playing. As always, it's been a pleasure. It's a very close game. Great job, you guys. And thank you to everyone who participated in the survey to get these beautiful answers up on the board. All right, then. Thank you guys for playing. So we do have the holiday segment after this, which is going to start at 4:15. We are a bit before time. So we're going to take a quick little break or just play some holiday music in the background so you guys can chill until the holiday stories get read by the professors. So we have 3 professors who are going to be reading our holiday stories. We have Jens Paulsberg, Carrie Notchenberg, and Paul Egert. So please give a warm welcome to them when they come at 4:15. Right. In the meantime, let's see if I can come up with some. You want to read any holiday stories or?
Wait, is this for us? Are we on the stream?
Is it? Yeah. Wait. What's on the screen right now?
Yeah. I believe it is just me right now, but if you guys have any. Ooh, I can tell some bad holiday puns. How about that?
Yeah, so I'm down for that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Actually, you know, let's see from the audience. Let's get some audience participation in here or something.
What does the audience want us to do?
We're all yours for the next 20 minutes.
We had our Lord and Savior Kevin Tan join us as well, which is very
Yes.
exciting. I will say quickly, just to comment on those survey results. Honestly, if someone gave me like diet and exercise gear, that would be good. Like I already know I'm not in shape, you know, so I might as well like save some money. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, were there any other answers in Family Feud where you guys were surprised?
I'm still very mad about Lisp.
Yeah. I don't know why, like no one put down JavaScript or like HTML or CSS or anything like that. I'm very surprised.
Really surprising. I was like, first,
thought-
I like turned my brain off after there was like one question or one answer left, and I was like, okay, JavaScript, and then it wasn't JavaScript. So
Mhm.
Okay, the chat wants us to sing or Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. A lot of people know that I.
You know what? We
let's give
could
it
just
a-
put up some like Christmas tunes, some like, you know, screen share and stuff. I mean, the latency is gonna be pretty bad, but or
Wait,
the
a group
audience.
singing thing. I feel like group singing is not it.
I don't think group singing would be it, but I could screen share some holiday tunes, and y'all can sing along from your houses as you're watching this live stream.
Interesting.
Let me take a look at the chat and see.
Do
Yeah, where are you
any
guys
other-
from? Put that in the chat. Where are you guys staying right now?
Like, audience or us?
Audience.
Yeah, audience, put it in the chat, but you guys too. I know, Nikhil, you're a ways away. Yeah, so Nikhil, where are you located right now?
Oh, in the Middle East.
Yeah, where's everyone else right now?
A lot of us are in Westwood right now.
Pelton. It's really cool.
I left Westwood.
Oh.
I'm at home in SoCal.
Oh, Kevin says he's in Canada. He went back to Toronto? Damn. Okay. Interesting.
We got a Westwood in here.
Are the rest of us just all
Westwood.
California gang?
Yeah, SoCal. Oh, we got India. 5:30 a.m. Well, thank you for tuning into the live stream.
Rohit is always dedicated, so we respect that.
Okay, so we have a suggestion to do the thing where we sing a holiday song, stop at a word, and then someone else has to pick up a different song at that word. Whoa, that's tough.
Wait, yes.
Oh boy.
This is a fun game, actually.
This is a fun game. We should.
You guys want to do it?
I'm down.
I am
You can speak the song. Just don't worry about it.
Wait, what are we doing?
So the game is we're going to sing a holiday song, stop at a word, and someone else has to pick up a different song at that word.
Oh no.
Oh my
Does
god.
the pickup song have to be a holiday song?
It's like Pitch Perfect.
I think as much as you can do a holiday song, but if you absolutely can't think of one, then maybe not.
Alright.
Oh, do
Wait,
we
like
have
a
Carrie?
different
I don't
song
like
with the
this.
same word?
Wait, is Carrie joining us right now?
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's in the Zoom call, but our segment will probably start exactly at 4:15.
Gotcha.
I'll put away all my audio equipment. Oh well.
Yeah. But just to let you guys know, for the live stream, we did end Family Feud a bit earlier, so we're open to suggestions for what you all want to do for the next 15 minutes. And we had a suggestion to do the song game, so do you guys want to try that?
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Wait, to clarify, it's like the same word but a different song, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you've seen the movie Pitch Perfect, you know the riff-off scene? That.
Ah.
I have
Alright.
not seen that, but I think I understand what's going on.
Okay.
We'll play a few rounds, and then Julia, you
Okay.
can go later, and I think it'll make sense.
I would also like to invite Carrie if you would like to join us in this game. If not, that's totally okay. If you want to, you can turn on your camera and play along. Okay, if not, we will. Oh, hello.
Though not of ringing bells, from outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house. It was wrapped in an apron of steam, and snowflakes fell lightly around it. and a conductor stood at the door of one of the cars, and he took a large pocket watch from his vest and then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe, and I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "All aboard!" the conductor cried out. I ran up to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Oh, to the North Pole, of course," he said. "This is the Polar Express." I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard. The train was filled with other children, all in pajamas and nightgowns, and we sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nougat centers as white as snow, and we drank hot cocoa as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the light flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward. Soon, there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we could scrape the moon. But the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster, we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster. The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains, and we crossed a barren desert of ice, which is the Great Polar Ice Cap. And then lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. "There," said the conductor, "is the North Pole." The North Pole! It was a huge city, standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first, we saw no elves. "They are gathering at the center of the city," the conductor told us. "That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas." "Who receives the first gift?" we all asked. And the conductor answered, "He will choose one of you." "Look," shouted one of the children, "the elves!" And outside we saw hundreds of elves. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. And when the Polar Express could go no further, we stopped and the conductor led us outside. And we pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. And there was Santa's sleigh. And the reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound, like nothing I'd ever heard. And across the circle, the elves moved apart, and then Santa Claus himself appeared, and the elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us, and he pointed at me and said, "Let's have this fellow here." And he jumped into his sleigh, and the conductor handed me up, and then I sat on Santa's knee, and he asked, "Now what would you like for Christmas?" I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the one thing I wanted more than anything else for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. And when I asked, Santa smiled, and then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. And the elf tossed it up to Santa, and he stood up, holding the bell high above him, and called out, "The first gift of Christmas." And then the clock struck midnight, and the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. And the conductor held me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names, cracked his whip, and his team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once time above us and then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky. As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell, and I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa's sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," said one of the children. But the train gave a sudden lurch and started moving, and we were on our way home. It broke my heart to lose that bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. And the conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. "What?" I yelled out. He cupped his hand around his mouth. "Merry Christmas!" he shouted. And the Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. And when it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree, and it had my name on it. And inside was the silver bell. And there was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell and it made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, oh, that's too bad. Oh yeah, said my father, it's broken. And you can tell when I had shaken the bell, my parents could not hear a sound. And I tell you, one time, most of my friends could hear that bell, but as the years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even my sister Sarah one Christmas found that she could no longer hear the sweet sound of that bell. But let me tell you folks, even though I'm old now, that bell still rings for me as it does for all who believe. The end. And actually, it's a good story, and you heard about how it started with there is no Santa. And so that led me to think that I would read a second story, which is not a story, it's an editorial, the famous editorial from the newspaper, the New York Sun, that was printed in 1897. And the editor wrote, "We take pleasure in answering the letter below, and we express our gratitude that its author is numbered among the friends of this newspaper." And here's the letter to the editor. Dear editor, I am 8 years old, and some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. But my father says, if you see it in the sun, it is so. So please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Signed, Virginia O'Hanlon. And the editor went on to write the famous editorial, and here we go. Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they are men or children, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant, in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by any intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Oh, how dreary would the world be if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The external light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus. You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your father to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if you did not see him coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that's no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not, but that's no proof they are not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders there are unseen and unseeable in the world. You can tear apart a baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside, but there is a veil covering the unseen world which not the strongest man, not even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived, could tear apart. Only faith, poetry, love, and romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the beauty and the glory beyond. Is it all real? Oh yes, Virginia. In this world, there is nothing else that is real and abiding. No Santa Claus. Thank God he lives and lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, I would say 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood. And that's the end of the editorial.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. The comments are saying that you should narrate audiobooks.
That makes my day. That makes my whole Christmas, in fact.
All right. Did you just want to quickly introduce yourself just for the viewers out there who may...
Oh, hi, everybody. My name is Jens. My name is Jens Paulsberg. I am a professor of computer science. I teach compilers right now, and after Christmas I'll be teaching quantum programming, and the students will get to run on, it looks like, both an IBM and a Google quantum computer. And I love being a professor at UCLA. I can tell everyone I'm a professor rather than a software engineer out in the real world outside UCLA, because I love working with students, and that's my life.
Awesome. All right, if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to send them in the Facebook chat or in the YouTube chat as well. And then after this, we will have Paul Eggert read his Christmas stories. But for now, you still have time for a few minutes. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to send them. Well, I have a question for you. Do you have any plans for this holiday season?
We want to hike. So we are staying in Los Angeles, and we live close to Palos Verdes, and so our plans is to try all the hikes. I think we have done most of them at this point, but now we want to do a reprise. It is so pretty at Christmas time when the sky tends to be clear and one can see Catalina Island from many places.
Wow, beautiful. Do you have a favorite holiday tradition?
Oh, our favorite holiday tradition is, my favorite holiday tradition is we make a dessert, which is the Christmas Eve dessert from Denmark, where I come from, which is based on boiling first milk and rice with some vanilla. And then once it gets to be like porridge thickness, then we mix in almonds and whipped cream and on a good day, some wine and a bit of sugar. And then put it in the fridge so it's really cold, and then put on cherry sauce on top, and it's wonderful. And on a really good Christmas Eve, we will drink cherry wine with it.
Oh, that sounds lovely. All right, hi, Professor Eggert. Oh, I think you might be muted, or... Yes, we're just doing a little quick Q&A session. Hello. All right, we just have a few more questions in the chat. So someone else has asked you, what is your favorite holiday in general?
My favorite holiday in general, probably Thanksgiving. Partly because of the food, and partly because it's sort of the best opportunity, at least in my family, for everybody to see each other without being distracted by all the stuff that comes up in Christmas.
Awesome. And what about you, Professor Paulsberg?
I have a strong contender for favorite holiday, which is the spring break in late March. So over this decade, we have made it into a tradition to go to Taiwan, where my wife comes from, and then we tend to both spend some time in Taipei and then tour the countryside, and see some of the sights. And it's just wonderful. I look forward to it every year, and I have a feeling that maybe we'll miss it this March, but such is life. Then we'll look forward to the one after that.
Amazing. All right, and then we have another question for you, Professor Paulsberg. Could you wish us a nice holiday season in Danish?
Oh, so please say again what I should say in Danish?
Just like wishing us a nice holiday season.
Oh, yes. Så glædelig jul og godt nytår.
Okay, I don't want to try pronouncing that. I feel like we're gonna mess that up, but awesome.
So the thing is that in Denmark, in the Danish language, we have 3 vowels that you don't have in English. So you have 26 letters in the alphabet. We have 29, and already glædelig jul og godt nytår uses at least 2 of those. So it becomes hard. Even if I wrote it down, you would look at this and say, "What are those things doing in the middle of the word?"
Wow. Sounds like a tough language. Okay, I have another question for the both of you. What is your favorite hot beverage for the winter holidays?
Okay, I want to go first. So my favorite beverage for sure is glögg. Glögg is sort of both Scandinavia and Germany. And so it's, roughly speaking, you take red wine, warm it up together with almonds and raisins and some spices. So some people will simply call it spiced wine, and it's wonderful. in fact, it is my plan tomorrow to go and see if I can find out where to buy it this season. World Market seems to be always a good bet.
Awesome. All right, and then what about you, Professor Ager?
Oh, well, when I was little, my favorite was eggnog because it was so sweet and rich and sugary, and I love that stuff. Plus, I didn't know it at the time, but my parents put in just a little bit of brandy because we were getting the same eggnog as everybody else. And that certainly helped. So I still have fond memories of that. These days, it's too rich for me. I'm afraid my favorite drink now is a holiday blend of coffee, since I'm drinking mostly coffee these days.
And then we have another question. So someone from our audience is from Taipei, Taiwan as well. So what do you like most about Taiwan?
So I think the first thing I noticed, so now I guess it's about 10 years ago I went the first time, or maybe thereabouts. And one thing I love about Taiwan is that there's a bakery on every corner. So just this feeling of walking through Taipei and walk through maybe 10 bakeries just like that. It's just wonderful. And then of course Taipei is full of mopeds or motorcycles. It's like a swarm of bees every time the light turns green. But then last time I was there, we went up to the top of Alishan, which is an amazing experience where you go up and up the mountain and then up some more. And then when you cannot go even further, you go for another hour. And then on top of Alishan is this beautiful, beautiful national park where they have made everything just the best it can be. And then spending some time up there as we did, a couple of days, is just fantastic experience. See the sunrise over the mountaintops.
Wonderful. So it looks like we can have like one more question if anyone has any. Otherwise, we're gonna go into the holiday reading with Professor Ager. So any last questions in the chat? Or actually, did you want to introduce yourself first, Professor Ager?
Oh, I'm Paul Eggert. I don't know how to introduce myself. I've been sort of working at UCLA teaching for nearly 20 years. And before that, for 20 years, I was working in industry and all that sort of thing. But do you really want to hear all that stuff in the holidays? I'm not sure. Anyhow, I don't know if people have questions specific to me, but I do have a little poem I'd like to read. So
Yeah,
would
sure.
now
So,
be a good time for that?
yeah, so if the chat has any questions, we can probably save that for afterwards if you'd like, and then you can read that for now.
Okay,
right, sounds
so
good.
here's the poem. You might have heard some of it before anyway. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the inn not a student was stirring, not even a Bruin. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Jean D. Block soon would be there. ACM members all snug in their beds while visions of bubble sort danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap when out on the lawn there rose such a clatter I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer with a little old driver so quick like a hawk I knew in a moment he must be St. Block. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of Jant's steps, to the top of Royce Hall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly when they meet with an obstacle mounts the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, and the sleigh full of toys and St. Jean D. Block too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Jean D. Block came with a bound. He wore blue and gold from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. He is UCLA's chancellor, as we all know, and the hair on his head is as white as the snow. His work with circadian rhythms is great, and Jean D. Block often does dine at B plate. He delivers the gifts using searches with stacks, and always makes sure to write code in EMAT. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rode. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And I'm afraid I read the last little bit of that as my screen went blank, so I must have messed up the word, but there we are.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Everything crashed. My goodness. All right, well, I can't see anything, but I can still hear you. So if you have questions you wanted to use verbally, I'll try to rejoin as you talk.
Okay, so Professor Ager is going to momentarily try to rejoin. He does have one more story after this little short story, but in the meantime, send your questions in the chat, and we still have Carrie and Professor Paulsberg here who can answer any questions.
Zoom crashed my my entire windowing environment. So that's cool. I wonder how it did that. That's a bug in the windowing environment, not in Zoom. That's what I get for running the latest bleeding edge version of Ubuntu. I'm running Wayland instead of the X that I'm more comfortable with. And that sort of explains at least part of the problem. So we're getting a little bit of holiday cheer here along with some software problems.
Curious, what operating system do you guys use?
I'm running Ubuntu 20.10, which came out late October. And I upgraded it to it because the earlier version of Ubuntu was mishandling timestamps, and it was causing me to end lectures too early, which is an unforgivable sin.
I think students might think otherwise sometimes.
Oh, well, there it is.
All right, what about the rest of, what Carrie and Professor Paulsberg?
I just can't choose, so I have a Mac with Windows VM that the only thing I use it for is Visual Studio for class projects and PowerPoint for teaching class.
And I run macOS straight up. Mm-hmm. I actually still have macOS 10.13 running on my Mac here.
So Jens, you're running the old version partly because UCLA told you not to upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly. The next one is Big Sur, right? And there's a problem of some kind.
Right.
Okay, so we have a few questions in the chat. The first one is favorite Christmas song.
Oh, there are so many. But let me tell you, while I think about that, when I lived in Boston, one thing of my favorite things to do was to go and see the Messiah in Boston Symphony Hall at Christmas time. The way they did it is they would stage some of the old Messiahs that Handel wrote in the very beginning, and then just stage them with the original instrument as much as they could find them, the same size of choir and all this, and then you sit through 3 hours of that, but it's actually really festive.
Wonderful.
Mine, if I have to come up with something on short notice, would be the Christmas song by Mel Torme and Bob Wells. I prefer Torme's version to the one that you most often hear, which is the Nat King Cole version.
Can you sing it?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That's
oh yeah.
Oh. The only one that comes to mind for me is Last Christmas by Wham.
Sure.
Classic.
That's awesome.
All right, another question. What is your favorite thing to do during winter break?
Well, mine is to, it's the usual family and friends sort of thing. But other than that, it's write more programs. I'm really on a one-track mind, I'm afraid, sometimes.
What are you writing these days?
Oh, well, right now I'm just before this meeting was working on better ways of defending against integer overflow bugs in low-level C programs. Google has a set of macros to do this for their C and C++ stuff, and it generates terrible code. They want to check multiply overflows, and it takes them like 33 instructions on an x86. I can do the same thing with 3. Or 2, depending on how you count. So that's what I was working on, trying to sort of out-Google Google.
I like to do things with my son over Christmas, and this month, out of the blue, he has taken up an interest in chess. And I'm thinking, so this may mean I get to play chess with my son over Christmas.
Now, did he watch The Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
I don't know maybe that's what it was.
Apparently chess.
I'm afraid to play my son in chess. He's pretty good. He knows his numeric rating. I can't remember it, but it's not above 2,000, but it's not far below that sort of thing. And he can just beat me every time. So watch out.
Yes.
Sounds like we need a chess tournament.
Yep.
All right, another question. What is your favorite feature of Ubuntu?
Well, it's not crashing, that's for sure. Favorite Ubuntu-specific feature? Well, the reason I picked it a long time ago is that its user interface was comfortable for the other members of my family that I was inflicting Linux on. And so my children grew up using Linux, and I figured it had the most Mac OS-like, or Windows-like at the time, but it switched to a Mac OS thing. And it was really for that reason that I used it as opposed to any of the technical stuff. And due to laziness, I still have it on my home computers, even though at work I use a different distribution. So it's really the UI. And, it's not as good as Mac OS, but, I'm a cheapskate, so there it is.
And then I assume for the rest of you too, probably don't use it as often. But we do have another question for Professor Eggert. Name one reason Vim is better than Emacs.
Pure keystroke. No, I once challenged Professor Muntz, who's now emeritus, to an editing contest. And he was using Emacs and I was using VI, and I said, I can beat you in an editing contest. And he didn't take me up on it because, well, partly was at the time I was in my 20s and he was older and he knew that my fingers were more agile, but partly because he knew VI was better than Emacs.
Paul, I always pegged you as an Emacs guy. Is that not the case?
No, I switched somewhat later when I found that the stuff I needed doing required so much customization that VI and the early Vim at the time just couldn't do it. And so the Emacs was much more programmable and much nicer, much more sort of, how shall I say it? It was more like software, whereas VI and Vim was more like an application. I hate applications. I like software. And then I switched, and now it's too much work to switch back because I've got all this stuff written in Lisp.
I was postdoc at MIT in the mid-90s, and it was going great for a while. And then when they found out that I was still using VI and had not switched to Emacs, they kicked me out. But that's how the story goes.
All right, we have another question. What are your favorite distros?
One more time?
What are your favorite distros?
I confess that I don't have time to look at them all. And so I really only use two, which are Ubuntu and Fedora. And I use Fedora because it most closely resembles the teaching systems we have at UCLA. The servers there are running Red Hat, and Fedora is like the next version of Red Hat. So I'm not the sort of person that goes and tries dozens of distributions and, picks the best one. I just, to some extent, am a little bit lazy, and I figure they're all good enough.
Let's do a few more questions.
I think that's why a lot of people use macOS.
All right. So we'll do a few more questions, and then we'll have Professor Agert finish his second story. And then if we have time, we can come back and answer some more questions. So I'll just do one or two more. So one of them is, so we already asked this question for Carrie, but what would Professor Agert and Professor Paulsberg name a new programming language?
Tell me what the language is about.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
The name. I'm a firm believer that names should reflect reality as closely as possible. Otherwise, people won't remember them.
Yeah, I think that also goes off of another question someone else had, which is if you wanted to write a whole new programming language without any work and without any restrictions, what would you want it to do?
Solve quantum computing.
Yeah.
Vera, I picked your topic, Ann. Sorry.
Yeah, I must say that the older I get, the more I subscribe to the Java idea that put as much as possible into libraries. And I can tell you now, when I program, all the code I've written this year, it's all written in Java, and I'm really enjoying it because the libraries are so good. So I think that just executing on that vision, maybe it can be done even better than Java, but I think that's the way to go.
And what would you name those?
Yeah.
Java Plus?
Yeah, we'll just call it Java++.
What about you, Professor Agert? The quantum computing.
What would I name my quantum computing programming language? Oh, I'm very bad at names. How about uncertainty?
How about
like
Heisen?
that.
Then we can have Heisenbugs, right?
There we go.
Oh, Heisenbugs. Very creative. All right, and then for you, Carrie, if you were to write a whole new programming language without any work and without any restrictions, what would you want it to do?
Oh, man. I agree with Jens about libraries being super important, and generics are super valuable. Generics have transformed the way I program, and so I would have a programming language with great generics, but with no horrible syntax with C++.
I agree. Okay, so we'll just hop into Professor Agert's second story, and then we still have a few more questions, which we'll save for after the story time.
Okay, I have to confess, by the way, I have not prepared this story in advance. I'm going to tell it to you. It's a story from the Brothers Grimm, but I'm going to change it on the fly as I read it. And if I make a mistake, well, maybe that'll make it even stranger than before, all right? So this story is called The Elves and the Programmer. A programmer, by no fault of his own, had become so poor that at last he had nothing left but a floppy disk for one program. This program, by the way, is set about 1980s, when you still use floppy disks. So in the evening, he reformatted the floppy, which he wished to begin to sort of write his program the next morning. And as he had a good conscience, he lay down quietly in his bed, commended himself to God, and fell asleep. In the morning, after he had said his prayers and he was just going to sit down to work, the program stood quite finished inside the floppy disk on his table. He was astounded and knew not what to say to it. He took the floppy disk in his hands to observe it more closely and, put it into his computer, and the program was so neatly made that there was not one bad line of coded it, just as if it was intended as a masterpiece. Soon after, a buyer came in, and as the program pleased him so well, he paid more for it than it was customary. And with the money, the programmer was able to purchase floppy disks for 2 programs. He reformatted them out at night, and next morning was about to set to work with fresh courage. But he had no need to do so, for when he got up, the programs were already written. And buyers also were not wanting, who gave him money enough to buy floppies for 4 programs. The following morning, too, he found the 4 programs made, and so it went on constantly. What he formatted in the evening was finished by the morning, so that he soon had his honest independence again, and at last became a wealthy man. Now it befell that one evening, not long before Christmas, when the man had been reformatting, he said to his wife before going to bed, "What think you if we were to stay up tonight to see who it is that lends us this helping hand?" The woman liked the idea and lighted a candle, and then they hid themselves in a corner of the room behind some clothes which were hanging up there and watched. When it was midnight, 2 pretty little naked men came, sat down by the programmer's workstation, took all the floppies which had been formatted, and they began to code and program and code so skillfully and so quickly with their little fingers that the programmer could not turn his eyes away for astonishment. They did not stop until all the programs were written and the floppies stood finished on the table, and then they ran quickly away. Next morning, the woman said, "Little men have made us rich, and we really must show that we are grateful for it. They run about so and have nothing on, and must be cold. I'll tell thee what I'll do. I will make them little shirts and coats and vests and trousers, and knit both of them a pair of stockings, and do thou too make them 2 little pairs of shoes." The man said, "I shall be very glad to do it." And one night, when everything was ready, they laid their presents all together on the table instead of the reformatted floppies, and then concealed themselves to see how the little men would behave. At midnight, they came bounding in and wanted to get to work at once. But as they did not find any floppies pre-formatted, but only the pretty little articles of clothing, they were at first astonished, and then they showed intense delight. They dressed themselves with the greatest rapidity, putting the pretty clothes on and singing, "Now we are boys so fine to see, why should we longer programmers be?" Then they danced and skipped and leapt over chairs and benches. At last they danced out of doors. From that time forth, they came no more. But as long as the programmer lived, all went well with him, and all his undertakings prospered.
You did that on the fly. Wow. That's beautiful. All right. Thank you so much all for reading your stories. We just have a few more quick Q&A questions for you guys, and then we'll let you guys go. All right, so another question we had was, what career would you go into if it wasn't CS? And then for Carrie, you can't say writing.
Who wants to start?
You can start.
I can start? Well, this is difficult because I would say being a teacher, but I enjoy teaching computer science more than almost anything else. So maybe I'd be a psychologist, because I found that over the years that everybody has problems, and helping people through those problems makes their life a little bit better and happier and easier, and that would bring a lot of happiness to me. Or maybe just working in a homeless shelter or something, which I haven't done yet, but help people.
I think I could imagine going into finance. In a way, I'm sort of happy that my life didn't go that way, but I went to business school 5 years ago because I just wanted to learn more about money. I have sort of managed to go through my life and sort of just not be able to not really care too much about money. But what I do like is the idea of investing in people and just making new stuff happen. So it's like the same idea of why I like research and teaching, that something new happens, but then instead do it from the investment side.
It's interesting, Carrie, that you mentioned psychology, because I was a psychology major as an undergraduate. And I switched to the closest they had to computer science back then. At the end of my junior year, I switched from psychology to math sciences. So I guess I'm with you. I would be a psychologist, except I suppose, the reason I switched is I discovered that I'm not all that great at picking up cues from people. So I suppose that means I'd have to be a research psychologist instead of a practical one.
Right.
Oh, a dog.
Oh.
What's your dog's name?
The dog name is Bilka. Bilka is named
Does
after
that have one of those vowels you were talking about?
Say again?
Does the dog's name have one of the vowels you were talking about?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's named after the main department store in Denmark.
Ah.
So that we wanted to have a name that didn't confuse with all the many, many more dogs in the neighborhood. So we thought we'll go for something unique.
Let's see, another question. Ooh, what activities did you take on during quarantine?
Oh, I have an easy answer. Every Saturday, so I started to do something that we just plainly didn't do before. A few years ago, a Danish bakery started up in Culver City, just at the crossing of Sepulveda and Washington Boulevard. And now every Saturday morning, I go buy something like 3 boxes of Danish pastries. So we have enough for the weekend. To me, I'm going to remember this quarantine for something good because I'm getting more Danish pastry than ever before.
I have a question to ask. What do they call a Danish in Denmark?
No. So there's a very basic definition that has to be had here. But the Americans call Danish has cream cheese inside, right? In Denmark, the 5th sentence in the Constitution is "Thou shalt never put cheese in baked goods." So you know immediately that the American concept of Danish has nothing to do with Denmark.
Ah, okay.
But I mean, it's a good name and all that, but it just happens not. It's like in Denmark, we talk about hamburger. Oh, that's also American, right? Hamburgers. But hamburgers do not come from Hamburg, right? Or French fries do not come from France. So it's just like, it's a good name. It just sometimes.
Wait. Are you going to tell me Santa Claus doesn't exist now or something?
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's all over.
Okay.
We do that with entire varieties of food. When I was little, everything that we called Chinese food did not, in fact, come from China.
Yeah.
All right.
So what I've been doing differently, actually, it's not all that much, but I've been walking to the beach and walking on the beach. I never did that before the coronavirus, because I always kidded myself that I got enough exercise simply walking quickly to lectures at UCLA. But now I don't have that excuse anymore. So, I live about 25 blocks from the beach, and if I walk there and back, I've got a good walk.
I'm with you. I took up daily walks 5 to 7 days a week just to get some sunlight in the morning. And I started running, which I never did before because I used to use like treadmills or ellipticals in the gym. And now there's no gyms. So I've started running and I've got these Hokas. You know what Hokas are, everybody? Mm-hmm. Hokas are for old people. They're really thick shoes. They're very cushiony. So your knees don't hurt. They're fantastic.
My most precious memory from the whole pandemic here was actually the summer when my son had summer holiday and we would go down to the beach every night without fail. It was great. I think I'm going to remember this pandemic mostly for good things, I must say.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Exactly.
Don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
So I have a question for Professor Eggert. So for when you update the copyright years every single year, do you stay up at midnight and update it manually? Or
I have done that. How did you know?
Just because you can see the exact timestamp,
No, I mean it you know, it's automated. It's a script, but you know, somebody has to run it and, you know, actually commit it. And so I have at times done it exactly at midnight, or more commonly these days I do it at midnight GMT, because then I don't have to worry so much about the time.
Got it. All right. Let me see if there's any other questions. If not, I think that about wraps up the live stream. Let me just double check. Okay, so I think those are all the questions. Thank you all so much for reading the stories. It was truly amazing to hear all of them. I hope you all have a great holiday season. And thank you again for coming.
See you all in about 3 weeks.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for organizing
Merry Christmas,
all this.
everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Glædelig jul og godt nytår.
And also another plug for our fundraiser. This is a fundraiser for Khan Academy. So you can follow the fundraiser link in the description of the YouTube live stream, and it's a pinned comment on the Facebook live stream as well.
How about this? How about this? For any donation that comes in after this moment right now, I will match the largest donation.
Wow.
From a
That is
student. From a student.
All right, so as you guys heard, he will match the largest donation starting now. So the donation link will be open until Tuesday, I believe. So you have a few days to get those in. We've already raised, let me double check, $765 for Khan Academy, which is fantastic. You all are amazing. So let's see if we can possibly get to $1,000. And thank you all so much for your contributions.
All right, Tina, do me a favor and tell me the once we get the largest, and I'll chip in.
Thank you
And
so much. I will let you
say for
know.
myself that Khan Academy has been super important to me. My son learned math from Khan Academy, and I will remember it as the best father-son time. I would sit with him as he was going through Khan Academy for about 6 or 7 years. It was just great times.
All right, wow, we actually just hit 1,000 on live stream. Someone just donated $235, which is
all right.
Wow. So that's our largest so far.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And then thank you all for tuning into the live stream. And as always, you can keep donating until Tuesday. All right. Good luck on finals, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Thank you, professors, for reading these amazing holiday stories.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. Happy holidays, everybody.